Hey, this is Caleb here. I just wanted to give you a quick tutorial on how to make these types of drawings. So I usually start with an image off the internet and I just trace kind of the main form factor. And as I'm tracing and thinking about the assembly, trying to understand what is the industrial designer's intent and how they want parts to break, how they want the surfaces to look, how many components we're going to need to make this assembly. So as a hardware engineer, your job is really to bring the industrial designer's vision to life with as few concessions as possible. And so here I'm taking the line work from the initial trace and kind of just filling in the missing details that couldn't be realized from the image that I found. So I'm just finishing out what I think maybe the housing could look like, and then the mouthpiece here I'm guessing is probably some kind of a user replaceable mouthpiece. So I'm putting a few components in there. It could be 2, it could be 3, but whatever. This is a silicone rubber keypad that goes into the upper housing and touches off on the PCB. Then we have the LCD AMOLED display as well as like a VHB gasket like material. So those are going to be necessary, something like that. And then we have the lower housing. Start to draw the lower housing and then realize we need a circuit board in here. So the circuit board, again, reusing some line work just to be quick. Probably has some mounting features. It's going to have kind of the microprocessor, USB plug, presumably. And then just kind of throwing a few features in here. As I'm detailing out the rear housing, I think maybe we're going to need kind of a rear access panel, either for a removable battery, maybe for a SD card, maybe for something like that. And then looking at the front face, maybe we're going to need some kind of a removable kind of an accent piece here for around the display, maybe a color change, maybe a metal plated piece. But we can start to count the parts, and here I'm ignoring hardware and fasteners and things like that, but the way I see it is we have 10 parts, a few of those being injection molded, obviously the circuit board, some electronic components. There's going to be miscellaneous hardware, fasteners, and things like that. But being able to look through an assembly and dream up the rough bill of materials is really helpful from taking industrial design vision and bringing it to life in a mechanical engineering CAD. So that's how I do it.